Saturday morning. I'm going to start some yoga here at Highland Park. It's such a beautiful autumn day. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. I wish you could all be here with me today just to share a beautiful, beautiful day. We're going to be doing some yoga, a little bit of strength and some flexibility this morning. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I do ask that maybe you grab a block in case you need for modifications. And also, we're going to be using the strap towards the end. So go ahead and grab a strap. And always make sure you have your water. You never know when you're going to need a drink of water. And yoga really flushes the body out of all the toxins out. So make sure you've got your water, your yoga mat, a block, and your belt. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of sounding here just to kind of raise the vibration this morning. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we're just going to get started with a little grounding on the mat here. You can sit in seated meditation, or if it's more comfortable for your body, you can come to hero's pose, whatever's most comfortable in your body here. Just going to take some breaths in and out to just kind of get ourselves grounded and arriving on the mat. So take a deep breath in your nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. And sigh it out. As we're moving through the asanas or the poses today in our yoga flow, we want to try to practice ujjayi pranayama, which is just ocean breathing. So ocean breaths, we keep our lips closed and we breathe in and out through our nose, and you're going to feel it. You want a nice deep breath to fill the back of your lungs, and then when you exhale, you want to feel it come out of the back of your throat. It makes a little bit of a sound, almost like the sound of a conch shell. So when you breathe in, it's and out. Ujjayi pranayama. We're going to practice that as we do our yoga poses today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. We're going to come to the top of the mat. We're going to start here in ragdoll pose. So we're going to fold forward at your hips, and we're going to have our feet hip width distance apart. You're just going to grab opposite hands to opposite elbows here. We're going to take some deep breaths in. Maybe you like to sway your hips side to side, or maybe you want to sway your torso up and back. And as we're in the poses today and we're practicing our ujjayi pranayamas, we are also going to practice our drishti, which is a focal point. You focus on one point, maybe it's on the back of your mat, or maybe when we're doing balancing poses, it's about 4 feet in front of you. And you focus on that. When you focus as you pose and breathe, it will bring your mind strength. And as we are getting ourselves a little bit limber here, we're starting to Get a little bit warmed up. See if you can't find an intention for your practice today. We're going to drop our hands to the mat and go ahead and bring your fingers behind you and interlock your fingers. Bring your arms up. Take an inhale and lift up out of your torso here. And as you exhale, just fold a little bit deeper. On your next exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the mat. And on our inhale, we're going to go ahead and come up to a halfway lift. So bring your hands to your shins, pull your belly up and in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to step back. We're going to step back here for a high plank. And just go ahead and take a few breaths here. Pull your belly up and in, and draw your tail and your crown away from each other. And your palms are evenly pressing into the mat. We're at a high plank. And we're just going to very slowly lower down to the mat. We're going to come into Sphinx. We're going to give our little lower back a little bit of love here. Our first back bend of the day. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Maybe spread your fingers here. Lift your torso. On your exhale, we're going to go ahead and push up to tabletop here. And in tabletop, we're going to do some cat-cows just to kind of loosen up our spine here. So on an inhale, we're going to do cow pose. We'll drop our belly, lift our chin. And make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. As we exhale, we're going to push away and round our spine, tuck our pelvis and our chin in for cat. And inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, we're going to come back into tabletop. And on our exhale, we're going to push back to downward facing dog. We're going to take a few breaths here in down dog. So your heels do not have to come to the mat right now. That's fine if your heels are elevated. It's really about lengthening your spine. So your feet are hip width distance, hands shoulder width distance. Roll those shoulders away from your ears. Pull your navel up. We're going to take 3 breaths as we focus on a drishti, a focal point maybe between your feet on the back of the mat. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to come into 3-legged dog on the right. So bring that right leg high. Take a few inhales here. Make sure you have your hips square to the mat here. Take another inhale. Really lift that leg, your right leg. As you exhale, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our knee to our chest. And on another inhale, we're going to bring our leg back up high, and we're going to bend our right knee here. We're going to do 3 hip mangalas, or hip circles. So on an inhale, we're going to bring knee to chest. Exhale, we're going to bring our hip out. Nice circle with our hip. Do another one. Inhale and exhale. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring that hip all the way around. And your next inhale, bring that knee back to your chest, and we're going to bring our right foot up, and we're going to drop our left knee. We're going to do a few lunges here. So on an inhale, bring your hands high. exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart center and touch. Bring our hands to the mat, and we're going to lift our left leg long in the back, straighten our right knee out. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, you can have your hands on your thigh, or if you want to bring your hands high over your head. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. We're going to straighten our knees, straighten our legs. One more inhale here. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and straighten out our legs and stretch those hamstrings. We're going to bring our hands to the mat and bring our feet back. We're going to come back into downward dog here. On your next inhale, we're going to bring that left leg high. We're going to take a few breaths here. Make sure your palms are pressing evenly into the mat. And on your exhale, we're going to bring our knee to chest. We're going to bring that leg back out long. Inhale, and we're going to bend our knee, open up our knee at 90 degrees. We're going to do 3 hip mangalas here on the left. So inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, make a circle with that hip. Inhale, chest. Exhale, circle that out. One more, knee to chest, inhale, and exhale. Really make a big circle here. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our knee to the chest, and that left foot comes down. The right knee comes down in the back. I'm going to do some lunges here. On our inhale, reach, get a back bend here. Exhale, hands come to the mat, and lengthen those legs. Inhale, hands high, or hands to thigh, whatever feels best, however you get the best stretch in your right hip flexor and your lower spine. Exhale, hands come down, straighten out. One more inhale. And exhale here. On our next inhale, we're going to bring both of our feet to the top of the mat. We're going to come up to inhale, a halfway lift. So hands to shins, pull your belly up and in. Or maybe your hands come to the mat here, the top of the mat. As you exhale, come to a forward fold. On our inhale, come on up high, hands high overhead. We're going to do a sun salutation A. So look at your thumbs, bend that lower back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, we're going to step back to a high plank. I'm going to go ahead and lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. And on an inhale, press your tops of your feet into the mat and press your palms into the mat. We're going to lift up here. Our elbows are at a 90-degree angle here for low cobra. Roll those shoulders down your back. And as you exhale here, we're going to come back to tabletop and downward dog for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're going to step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull that navel up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Push through your heels. Gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step back to a high plank, and we're going to come into chaturanga. So low plank, your elbows graze your waist. On your inhale, we're going to come to upward facing dog. So lift out of your lower back, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, roll over your feet, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. next inhale, we're going to bring our right foot high again for three-legged dog. As we exhale, let's bring the knee to the chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Raise that right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, leg high. Exhale. We're going to bring our right knee to the left shoulder, left elbow, and stay. We're going to do inhale, right elbow. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. And inhale, we're going to step through and we're going to come in to crescent lunge on the right. So biceps at your ears, belly up and in, and shoulders down your back. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Really reach up, lift up out of your sides. Your back heel is elevated and your front knee is at a 90-degree angle. On your next exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, we're going to do revolve crescent on the right. So hook that left bicep on the outside of your right thigh and just press your palms into each other here. Really open up your chest. Take 3 breaths here. On your exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat. We're going to drop our back knee. And we're just going to try to bring that left leg long. We're going to do a little bit of dragging here on the right. So that right knee again is at a 90-degree angle. And we're just going to stretch that left hip flexor. Take a few breaths here and drag in. If you want to go ahead and get a deeper stretch and a bind here, you can either stay in dragon or you can go ahead and grab your right hand grabs your left foot and just stretch your thigh there. Go ahead and gently bring that left foot back. We're going to go ahead this time. We're going to come up to, on our inhale, we're going to come up to warrior one. So the heels are in alignment as we come up. That right knee is at that 90-degree angle and the left foot is at a 60-degree angle. We're going to really reach our arms away from each other. You're going to find your drishti over your front middle finger here. We're in warrior 2 here. Virabhadrasana 2. On your next exhale, we're going to straighten our front knee. And on our inhale, we're going to hinge at our hips and come into triangle on the right. So right palm to right shin and the left arm to the sky. We're just really opening up here. Triangle's all about long lines, space, opening up. It's as if your lungs are stacked on top of each other. If you're in between 2 panes of glass, try to get that just try to get your front hand on your front shin, but not for complete support, just for a little bit of balance because you're using your core and your thighs here. On your next exhale, we're going to bend our front knee and we're going to go ahead and bring that right hand to the mat and we're going to step back from the right foot is going to match the left. Do side plank here for a few breaths. You're going to lift up out of your side here. And if you need to modify, you can bring your bottom knee down to the mat. If you want to challenge for about 3 breaths, we're going to raise that top leg. And on your exhale, we're going to come to high plank and low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that flow on the left side here. So anytime you need a break, you can always come into child's pose if you need to for a few breaths. And meet us back wherever we are in the poses. We're going to go ahead, if you're ready, we're going to come into downward dog for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, we're going to bring that left foot high for 3-legged dog. We're going to take a few breaths here in 3-legged dog. On your next exhale, we're going to bring our knee to our chest. And then go ahead and inhale, bring that leg high. Take an exhale here. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to bring our knee to our right elbow. And then inhale, bring that leg high. Exhale, we're going to bring our left knee to our left elbow. And high. Bring that leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, and stay. And we're going to say knee to left elbow. Then knee to right elbow. Knee to left elbow. Knee to right elbow. On your next inhale, we're going to gently bring our left foot to the mat. On an inhale, we're going to come up to crescent lunge here. So you're going to bring your biceps to your ears and make sure that front knee is at a 90-degree angle and the back heel is elevated off the mat. Square those hips to the front of the mat. Shoulders down your back. Let's take 3 nice breaths here. On our exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And as we exhale, we're coming into revolve crescent on the left. So the right bicep hooks on the outside of the left thigh. And we're going to press our palms into each other and just open up your chest for 3 breaths. Always, you can come to your knee in the back if you need to modify. That's fine. I'm going to bring our palms to the mat, and we're going to bring that back knee down. I'm going to come into dragon here on the left. So bring that right leg long out, and you're going to feel this stretch in your right hip flexor and your left hip, your left groin. I'm going to take a few breaths here in dragon. Next inhale, you can stay here for about 3 more breaths, or if you want on your next inhale, bend that back leg and grab that back foot, your right foot with your left hand. That's a good stretch for your right thigh here. Take about 3 breaths here. Just stay in dragon. You can do that. Try to maybe go ahead and stretch that back leg out if you're going to stay in dragon. You don't have to take the bind. ahead and release that back leg. And we're going to come up to warrior two on the left. So we're going to adjust that back foot to a 60-degree angle and align the heels. And we're going to come up here to warrior two or Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to find our drishti over our middle finger. And that back leg is as strong as steel. The knife edge is pressing into the mat, knife edge of the back foot. This pose calls in all the strength of a warrior. On your next inhale, we're going to go ahead and straighten our front knee. And then we're going to go ahead and reach out and hinge at the hips. Bring that left palm to the left shin and the right arm high. And just open up for triangle on the left here. In the next exhale, go ahead and bend your knee and look to the mat. We're going to bring our left palm to the mat. And we're going to step back. Bring that left foot back and we're going to stack our feet. You can stay here for a few breaths. Side plank on the left. Lift up out of your side here, your underside, your torso. If you want to bring that top leg high. As you exhale, we're going to come to high plank and downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in down dog. On our exhale, we're going to bring our knees to the mat. And we're coming into child's pose. So widen your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touch. And just draw your hips back to your heels here. We're going to go ahead and bring our arms out long on the mat, our forehead to the mat. Again, if you need your block, you can always bring your forehead to a block here. If your arms are tired, reach back and grab your heels. I like to give myself a little massage on my forehead, the frontal lobe, where all your emotions reside here. Just massage that. On your next exhale, we're going to go ahead and reach out. If your hands are reaching your heels, we're going to reach out long on the mat. On our inhale, let's come into tabletop here. And exhale, we're going to come to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Go ahead and walk your hands back to your feet. And we're going to go ahead and heel toe our feet, step our feet together, dangle for a moment here. And we're just going to push up through our heels, 1 vertebrae at a time. Come on up, 1 vertebrae at a time. And hands to heart center. You can always be in child's pose, or you could do dragonfly if you can't do the poses right now. Find a pose that you can be in until you can meet me in the next pose. So on an inhale, we're going to do dancer on the left. So inhale, we're going to bring our left hand high, left foot steps up, and then we're just going to go ahead and grab our right foot here and just fold forward here. Take a few breaths here, hanging off the strength of your back leg. On an exhale, we're going to come back up and inhale, bring that right arm high, step forward with the right foot, and just go ahead and grab that left foot, and we're going to hinge at the hips and fold forward. Just really push back with your back foot, your back leg. Dancer on the right. going to gently and slowly, with control, come back up. We're going to step to the top of the mat, and we're going to do tree pose on each side. So maybe you want to, if you were taking a break, maybe try to meet me in tree pose now. Come to the top of your mat and go ahead. We're going to bring our hands to our hips, shoulders down our back and our belly up and in. Tilt that pelvis forward. Ground down into the left foot. We're going to do tree on the right first. So ground down into the left foot. All four corners of that foot ground down evenly into all four corners. Find your drishti in front of you on the ground, maybe 4 feet in front of you. And we're going to kickstand our right foot on our inner left ankle. If this is all that you want to do for today, that's fine. If not, and you want to challenge yourself a little, you can bring it to your inner calf or even your inner thigh, but never your knee. And if you want to try to bring your hands to heart center so that you can just really push everything into the center. The hands and the palms are pushing into each other. Your navel is up and in, and your right foot and your left thigh are pressing into each other. You can stay here or maybe bring your hands high. We're going to take a few breaths here in tree. This is all about balance, and if you're wobbly or if you come out, just go ahead and come back in. Just bring yourself back to where you are. It's okay. This gives us focus here. And if you're thinking about a lot of other things, you can't focus, so you want to be in the moment right here and now. On your exhale, go ahead and bring the hands to heart center. And now we're going to go ahead and do tree on the left. So we're going to ground down into our right foot, shoulders down your back, belly up and in, and tilt that pelvis forward. Kickstand that left foot on your inner right ankle, inner calf, or your inner thigh. Remember, never your knee. And wherever it is, go ahead and bring your hands to heart center here. Find your drishti. You can stay here, or if you want to bring your hands high, just pressing everything into the center for balance. Exhale, hands to heart center, and we're going to bring that left foot to the mat. We're going to do that again on the right, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to go into airplane. You don't have to come into airplane, but you can try if you want to challenge, or you can just stay in tree. So we're going to kickstand that right foot, and we're going to come into tree again on the right, wherever is best and most comfortable for you. Bring your hands to heart center. You can stay here, or if you want to grow your tree, bring your hands high, and you can open up to receive all the gifts of the universe. On your exhale, we're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we're going to go ahead and bring our hands by our sides, palms either facing up or down, and we're just going to hinge at our hips. Bring that right leg back with the right foot flexed. Take a few breaths here, an airplane on the right. Take off. And again, if you need a water bottle or a block for support, on your exhale, we're going to come back up. You can always use that. I'm going to do that on the left side now. So ground down into that right foot and kickstand the left foot. You can come to inner calf or inner thigh. Hands to heart center here. You can grow your tree if you want and open up to receive all the gifts. You can stay here, or on an exhale, bring your hands to heart center, and we're going to go ahead. You can either come right into airplane, or if you need to, you can bring your toes to the back of the mat, your palms facing down or up, and we're just going to go ahead and try to take off here. So remember, you can use your block if you need it. Flex that back foot, slight upward dog in your torso. exhale, we're going to go ahead and bring that foot back up to meet both feet. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good balancing. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to come into mountain pose just for a little respite, a little break here. Shoulders down your back, belly up and in, pelvis forward, and your hands are at your side, palms facing forward. And your crown of your head, there's like an invisible line from the crown of your head to the top of the universe. Just stand tall and strong like a mountain. And you're going to ground down into the four corners of your feet. On your next inhale, bring your hands high over your head. Peek at your thumbs here. A little slight backward bend here. And exhale, we're going to fold forward. And an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. We're going to step back to a high plank, a low plank, or you can just meet me in down dog or come to your upward dog, and then meet in downward facing dog. On our next inhale, go ahead and bring that right leg high again. As you exhale, we're going to step through and bring that left knee down. We're going to come into a half split here on the right. So bring that right leg out long and flex your toes towards your face. On an inhale, we're going to draw our tail and crown away from each other. Exhale, we're just going to hinge at the hips and fold forward over that right knee. Take an inhale, maybe lift your torso. Exhale, maybe fold a little bit deeper. Take another inhale, draw your tail and your crown away from each other. And exhale, maybe bring your hands out a little longer and see if you can fold a little bit deeper here. Take a few breaths here. Feel that back hamstring on the right leg. Feel that hamstring getting that deep stretch. Just breathe into where you feel it the most. Go ahead and bring that right foot back to the mat, and we're going to heel toe that right foot over to the edge of the mat, and we're going to come to sit on our hip. So we're doing the half pigeon here on the right. So I'm bringing my hip to the mat, and you want your shin, if you can, to be in line with the top of the mat, but if your shin is in, it's okay. But your right thigh is aligned with the side of the mat, and that left leg is out long. The top of the foot is pressing down into the mat. On an inhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our hands out long. And exhale, we're just going to fold over that front shin if you want, as far as you can. You can make a fist with your hands and stack your forehead on your fist. You can bring your block and put your head on your block if you need to. Or stack your hands, maybe your forehead comes to the mat. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Really feel that stretch in that right outer hip. Exhale, we're going to come on up now. Sit up tall. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that left foot and cross it over top of our right. And bring that right foot and cross it over top of our left knee. On an inhale, bring that right hand high. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to twist up the lower spine. Bring our right hand behind us. Left arm comes high. And And bring that left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Just a little bit of a spinal twist here. Exhale. We're going to revolve and come around the other way. Bring your hands around behind you. And when you exhale, we're going to go ahead and come back around to the front of the mat. Go ahead and cross at your ankles. Bring your hands to the mat. And I'm going to do the vinyasa, or you can just meet me in down dog. So I'm going to come to high plank, or just meet me in down dog if you want. Low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you need a break, come on into child's pose. I'm going to take 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, bring that left leg high. And as we exhale, we're going to step through for half split on the left. Bring that left leg out, toes pointed towards your face, flex your foot. Take an inhale, lengthen at the crown of the head, and exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Take another inhale and lengthen out. Exhale, hinge a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. We'll stay here for a few breaths in half split. Your toes in the back can be curled under, or if it's more comfortable, just bring your toes to the mat, whatever's more comfortable for you. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring that left foot to the mat, bend the knee, and we're going to heel toe our foot over to the edge of the mat and come down on that left hip. That right leg is long behind us, the top of the foot pressing into the mat. You can stay up high here in half pigeon. Just make sure that this thigh is in alignment with the outer edge of the mat. The shin can be aligned with the top edge, but if it's in closer to your body, that's fine too. You can stay here, or if you want, you can come down with your forehead to the mat, or just stack your hands and bring your forehead to your hands. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Right foot over the right, or the left foot over your right knee. Inhale, hand comes high. And as you exhale, bring that hand behind your back. Right arm comes high, and right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, just revolve here. Rotate from the base of the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to revolve the other way here. And exhale, we're going to go ahead and meet on the mat here. Our back's on the mat, and go ahead and grab your strap. Grab your strap. So go ahead and come to meet on our backs. Lie on your backs, and we're going to bring our knees into our chest here. And we're going to take our strap and bring our left foot to the mat. Take the strap and just go ahead and bring it around the bottom of your foot, the arch of your right foot, and just lengthen that right leg out. And your heel is just pushing straight up to the sky, the right heel. And if you want to keep your left foot on the mat, that's fine. Or if you want to bring that left leg out long, that's a deeper stretch in that right hamstring. So we're just going to take a few breaths here and really, just really point that right heel up straight. Straighten it out, really point it out. The toes are flexed towards your face. Feel that stretch here in the right thigh, your right hamstring, and maybe your left thigh, you might feel it in your left hip flexor, your right calf, wherever you need it the most, which is usually your hamstring on the right. If you need a strap, the students that are here, there's straps over there by your mats if you need to grab a strap. Now we're just going to go ahead and just let our right leg, our right foot, holding onto our strap, and we're going to let that right foot just drape out to the side until you feel that stretch in your right inner groin. And this one you might feel more in your left hip flexor. You want to make sure that your hips stay close to the ground here. You don't want to be falling over. You want to keep your hips on the ground, your pelvis on the ground, your torso, lower back. Really, really see how deep of a stretch you can get in that right inner groin area. In the next exhale, we're going to bring that foot high, and then we're just going to go ahead and bring those toes, just kind of angle the toes towards your left shoulder, and just gently bring that foot over, guide it over until you feel the stretch in your right outer leg. You might feel it down low or up high in the leg. Wherever you need it the most is where you're going to feel it. Make sure that left heel is, if it's not on the mat, it's pressing out like a line, a straight line on the ground. Next exhale, bring that foot back. We're going to unhook our strap and bring it over to the left side. And bring that left foot to the mat and bend that knee if it's not already bent. We're going to cross that right foot on top of the left knee. And we're just going to go ahead and see if you can grab either behind your thigh or on top of the left knee there. And just draw that leg towards you until you feel that stretch in your right outer hip. This is figure 4 on the right. Flex that right foot to protect the knee. Maybe see if you can draw it a little closer with each breath. And then go ahead and we're going to cross cross that right knee on top of the left, and you can either grab your shins, your heels, your ankles. We're just going to go ahead and try to draw our feet towards us here until you feel that stretch again in your right outer hip. Crisscross applesauce. You can roll around on your lower back if that feels good. On your next exhale, we're going to bring that left foot back to the mat. We're going to keep our legs crossed. Bring your arms out like wings and just go ahead and scooch those hips over to the right and let those knees stay crisscrossed. So we have twisted roots, spinal twist, and just let those knees fall over to the left. Your shoulders are close to the ground. That right shoulder is as close to the ground as you can get it. You can gaze over your right shoulder. You can gaze straight up or gaze in the direction of your knees, whichever feels best for your body. You want to feel that stretch in your right outer hip and your lower spine here. Exhale, go ahead and bring those legs back up. And now we're going to scooch back to the middle of the mat, and we're going to do that on the other side now. So take the strap, and we're going to wrap it around the arch of our foot. Bring that left leg out long. Again, you can leave that right foot on the mat, or you can bring that right leg long if you want on the mat. Just go ahead and just push that left heel out straight as you can. Maybe walk your hands up the strap. Walk that strap a little bit towards your body, deeper. Get a deeper stretch in that left hamstring. When you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and let that left leg fall out to the side. Hold on to that strap until you feel that stretch in your left inner groin. Make sure your torso and your hips stay on the floor, on the ground. On your next exhale, we're going to bring that foot back up, and toes just point towards that right shoulder, and just go ahead and bring that leg, just draw it over towards the right until you feel that stretch in your outer right leg. It might be low, it might be high, wherever you need it the most. On an exhale, we're going to bring that foot high and go ahead and bring the strap off. We're going to cross that left foot over the right knee, and you can grab in front of your knee or behind your thigh. Just draw that leg towards your body. You want that left foot flexed to protect the knee. Getting this stretch in our left outer hip here, in our lower back. Figure 4 on the left. you can draw it a little bit closer. We have 5 more breaths here. And as you exhale, go ahead and cross that left knee on top of the right and grab your heels, your shins, your ankles, whatever feels best in your body, and go ahead and draw your feet towards your body. Feel that stretch in your left outer hip. Call that crisscross applesauce. Two more breaths. Maybe draw it a little bit closer. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that right foot down to the mat. Keep your knees crossed on top, your left knee on top of your right. And scooch those hips over to the left, or twisted roots on the left. So let those knees drop towards the right. You can have both arms out like wings here. You can bring your right hand on top of your left knee to draw it a little bit closer. Just try to keep that left shoulder to the ground as close as possible, and gaze wherever you're most comfortable with your head and neck, over your shoulder, straight ahead, or in the direction of your knees. This is a wonderful, wonderful stretch for our lower spine, giving our lower spine some much needed love. Exhale, we're going to come back here, and then we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and use the windshield wipers here with your legs here. So bring your feet hip width distance on the mat. We're just going to do about 3 rounds of windshield wipers.
I got him down near Philadelphia from an Amish guy. He was putting it up on YouTube.
Okay, we're going to do a little bit of back bending here. So
I went all the way in 5 hours.
go ahead and
Back.
bring your fingers to touch your heels, and your feet are still hip width distance. On an inhale, we're going to go ahead and lift our hips and interlace our fingers. You can roll your shoulders under your back. Really lift those thighs up. Squeeze them together as if there's an invisible block between your thighs. Lift those thighs nice and high. Your shoulders are under your back. Interlace your fingers. Make sure there's a healthy air pocket between your neck and the mat. Lift that bridge a little bit higher. And then exhale, we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Feel it's like a massage for your spine. If you have less than 10 yoga practices, go ahead and we're going to do bridge again. If you'd like to try, we're going to do Wheeler Vidyanurasana. So you can bring your fingertips behind you, pointing down towards your shoulders. And on an inhale, lift your hips and lift your head. Put your head on the mat. Inhale, go ahead and push away. We're going to go ahead and come back down, bring your head to the mat and your chin to your chest if you're up in wheel. And if you're in bridge, just come on back down to the mat. The bottoms of your feet touch, and bring your hands out long and stretch. We're in Supta Baddha Konasana. We're doing reclining butterfly here. Maybe do some circles for your wrists, especially if you did wheel. Bring your hands down by your groin here. And bring your knees together. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest and give yourself a hug. And go ahead, and we're going to do some hip circles here. So we're going to bring our knees out wide as we inhale. And exhale, bring your knees back together and back to your chest. Inhale, out wide, knees. Exhale, knees together. One more inhale. Exhale, bring those knees back to your chest and give yourself a hug here. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and bring our feet to the sky here for waterfall. This is such a good pose to just cleanse your body of toxins, especially if you drink a lot of water after your yoga. We're draining all those toxins out of the largest muscles of our body. So drink the water and flush it out. Exhale, we're going to go ahead and bring our knees back into our chest. Give yourself a big hug and thank yourself for showing up today. As we exhale, bring the legs out long. Let their feet fall open a little bit more than hip width distance. Arms at your side, palms facing up. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, just sigh it all out and just feel all the tension draining out of your body and down into the ground. Let it all go. Savasana, final resting pose. Relax your forehead, relax your eyes and your jaw. Let your tongue just fall away from the roof of your mouth and just absorb all the clear energy you created in your body. As you breathe here in Shavasana, see if you can't allow your mind to do nothing for just 2 minutes out of your day. Just feel the love in your heart and let that love radiate out of your heart, every cell of your body, and just soak it all up. Shavasana. side or your right side. Bring your bicep to your ear, using it as a pillow. I'm just going to take a moment and honor the pause. Inhale, we're going to go ahead and come up to seated meditation. Inhale, bring your hands high over your head, and exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope one day you can meet me here live at Howland Park on one of my scheduled yoga classes here. I just wish you all love and peace, happiness, prosperity, health. Thank you so much. Namaste. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe. And I'll see you again next time on the mat. Thank you all so much. Namaste.